I think we're live. Yes. I really got to nail this better. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I am Alex, and in this video, we're here just to kind of hang out and impromptu, I think is that the terminology, an impromptu stream. We do have, obviously, things to actually discuss, like the Gotham Knights and Bayonetta controversy, but pretty much anything that pops up that you guys want to talk about, I am here for. So welcome in. Happy Saturday night, I suppose. And oh boy. Well, I mean, today was kind of nuts, right, with the Bayonetta thing. So let's kind of start there. I made a video on Bayonetta 3 on my main channel, but to just catch anybody up that's seeing maybe this live stream now or in the future. So you had the main girl, right, the Helena Taylor, I believe is how you say her name, and she voiced Bayonetta, and she voiced her in 1 and 2. And she was kind of lowballed with the offer here for $4,000 to voice Bayonetta in Bayonetta 3. And then she made a big deal about it, rightfully so in my opinion, on Twitter. And that's kind of it. So she was massively lowballed. $4,000 to voice a character in honestly, I consider a AAA game. Thank you, Young Bribe. Is it Young Bribe? Young Brib? Thanks, man. I shaved last night, actually, so it's literally very fresh shaven. But no, I mean, I don't want to tell you what to do with your money. And I didn't tell you what to do with your money in the Podcast Now video. But the fact that she gets paid $4,000, and I know this kind of thing happens with other, situations in anime and all over, the industry. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic because Bayonetta 3 is going to sell 2, 3, 4, 5 million units, however much it does. And that's going to make a lot of money. And the fact that she gets paid $4,000 is honestly nuts. I don't know what the right price would be, but $4,000 is not, I guess, where I would start if I was Platinum Games. And remember, she's not necessarily going after Nintendo. She's more going after Platinum Games, the makers of Bayonetta. That's who she was talking about, and that's the head guy there is who she emailed. So, clean shave. Thanks, guys. I'll shave more often. I like the beard, and but I do like to feel the cool breeze on my face, and sometimes it just gets too long. So, thought it was the right time, to let it all go around Gotham Knights time. But I probably now won't shave until closer to Christmas is probably the plan now. Well, maybe a little bit earlier than Christmas. But yeah, so Bayonetta 3, my dear God. To be honest, I'm not getting it. Didn't see the stream coming. Me neither. Well, here's the deal. I've made a video, at least one video every single day on this channel for, I believe, almost 3 years. In January, it'll be 3 years. I did not want to lose that streak. I didn't have a video for today ready to go for this channel. So I thought, why not do just a random live stream? And so here we are. It's sad what happens to the Bayonetta voice actress. I'm still getting Bayonetta 3 day one. Literally why I bought the Switch OLED. Yeah, no, that's totally. And here's the thing. Bayonetta 3 looks awesome. I'm really excited for Bayonetta 3. And I said in that video on my main channel, my mindset has kind of been, as we've gotten closer, I think I'm going to let Mario Rabbids and I'm going to let Bayonetta 3 kind of slip. I still, and Mario Rabbids, I really don't want to because I missed out on the first one, but I'm going to let them go just for a couple months just because I want to play, well, I can't talk about, can I talk? Plague Tale Requiem, I have some interesting thoughts on. Ghostbusters, I want to play the Ghostbusters game that comes out Tuesday, and then Friday is obviously Gotham Knights and new Tales from the Borderlands, and I want to play that just to see how bad it is. So that's kind of what I want to do, and then the Shadows of Rose DLC comes out the same day as Bayonetta 3, so I kind of have my, I kind of have the window full. And then when you get into November for God of War, I'll probably skip Sonic at least on launch and then see how it is later on. But and then I plan on buying Bayonetta, Mario Rabbids, and Sonic probably closer to Christmas time. Not as a Christmas gift. Well, maybe as as a random kind of Christmas thing to myself. But I was always thinking that with Bayonetta 3, where it's I really want it, but I think I'm going to wait. I'm not planning on getting it on a sale because it's a Nintendo game, right? Nintendo doesn't do sales. So I'm going to get Bayonetta 3 eventually. And then with this news today, it's all right, well, that's kind of the final nail in the coffin that I'm definitely not getting it at launch because I kind of wasn't going to anyway. But now we'll see when I do get it. So today has been a bit rough as someone looking forward to Gotham Knights and Bayonetta 3. Yeah, oh my. If you're looking forward to both of them, today was a really rough day, right? I'll get into the Gotham Knights stuff in a second, though. We'll definitely talk about that. Hey, Alex, looking handsome, my guy. Thanks, Philip. Hey, Alex, the lack of Michael Myers in Halloween Ends was disappointing. Yeah, I think 6 minutes he was in the movie. Also, what's going on with Gotham Knights lately? Yeah, there's a lot of games coming out in October and November. There are. We're in the midst of it. Hello, Alex. Hello, Epic. I got a really bad feeling about Gotham Knights. All right, so let's pivot to talk about Gotham Knights. This is just the wrong time for these things to come out. Now, to be honest with you, do I think 30 frames per second is really going to kill this game? I truly don't think it will. I don't think it will. I think the perception of it is worse than the actual mistake. Not that it's not a mistake at all, because it definitely is. But the issue with Gotham Knights, as we've talked about like 5 trillion times, is this is a game with a lot of problems dating back to when it was announced. Like, it just has never looked all that positive. And then when the game is getting very close, not only are the reviews still not out, and they won't be for a little bit more time, but you have this, again, like the scenario around this is worse than it itself, because they were trying to hide this. Like, I think the people defending this aren't looking at that specific element, where it's like, hey, if you want to argue over whether it's going to kill the game or not, or if you should boycott it or not based off, that's fine. You can argue it either way. But you have to know, even if you want to be like, I think there are some people that simp for, that simp, or whatever the word would be, like they kind of fanboy out for the game. I think there are those people, but even if you want to defend Gotham Knights, you have to admit that they planned to try to sneak this through. This was clear that they knew what was going to happen. They knew the reception was going to be bad, and so they hid it, and they were going to hide it all the way until reviews came out. That was the plan. They were not going to have anybody say anything until reviews drop, and then they were going to talk about how it's 30 frames, and they were just going to throw it out there and then hope that because it's only a few days before the game comes out, that people maybe won't notice, or because everybody's talking about it, maybe it'll kind of just slide through. That was the plan. They wanted to hide it. So to me, that's the scummy thing. That's the, whether or not this actually breaks the game or if this hurts the experience, doesn't matter. The biggest thing, in my opinion, is that they tried to hide this situation, and then it comes out through a leak, and then it has to be confirmed by them. That's bad. That's really bad. On top of whether it's an excuse or not excuse, the things they were talking about, the fact is it's a next-gen only game. No one ever really has looked at this game as a next-gen only game, because it's not, and now it runs like a last-gen game. So, yeah, and I said this in the video this morning, right? For the eye test, just looking at this game, it doesn't look bad. In my opinion, it's never looked bad. But just looking at it, you can tell this is not a PS5 and Series X exclusive game. It just isn't, okay? And if you think it is, I mean, all right, that's okay, I guess. But I just really don't think it is. And now that we know the performance, we know that it performs not like so you can see that it doesn't look like a next-gen game. And we know it performs not like a next-gen game. And to make matters worse, they cancel the last-gen versions. And that's bad. That's real bad. So, yeah. You think Gotham Knights will be better or worse than Marvel's Avengers? Better. I think it'll honestly be a lot better. I think people, like, it's fair, people comparing it to Marvel's Avengers. It becomes more and more fair because of all these controversies. I never have, and I never will, just because I think Gotham Knights is going to be much better. Marvel's Avengers is one of those games that come out, and it's just bad. It's just really bad. Not the same kind of bad as Saints Row. Saints Row is a different kind of game that comes out, and it's just god-awful, right? You only get these every so often. They're not very common, and they shouldn't be. So, yeah. Also, the publisher is who pays the talent. So shouldn't her pay issues be with Sega and Nintendo and not necessarily with Platinum Games? No, I don't know, because, well, and I don't know. My assumption with that is that they have a budget given to them by Nintendo. So Platinum Games knows we have to make this game for $45 million because we get whatever it is, right? And then they have to divvy that up themselves. I don't think Nintendo, or if you go like Sony's not like micromanaging Naughty Dog's finances. Naughty Dog's got to do, I assume Naughty Dog does that themselves. I could be wrong, but I think Platinum Games would be the one that's at fault. I mean, maybe Nintendo told them. I don't know, but I think Platinum Games is actually the problem, and that is who she called out. To be fair, she did call them out, and I think that's also something, right? If the problem was Nintendo, I feel even though Nintendo would have a crew ready to respond immediately because Nintendo's like that, I still think she would have called Nintendo out if it was actually Nintendo's fault. So yeah. The stiff animation, the cringe dialogue, considering canceling my pre-order. Yeah, the stiff animation has always definitely been a concern. The dialogue has just been very iffy to me. I don't think it has been bad at times. At other times, it's been fine. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. The issues with this is that the announcement has the worst time to drop it. Yeah, and again, not just was it dropped at the worst time, but it was dropped not in the way they even wanted it to because they were trying to hide it. That is the worst part to me. It's really not a next-gen game. It is not. It is not. And it has to be marketed as a next-gen game because it's literally not on last gen. So they have to, you know what I mean? This would have been avoided if it wasn't canceled on PS4 and Xbox One. So, yeah. Imagine if this released in last gen, the performance was probably bad. Yeah, it could. I mean, that's another way of, not even another way. You could definitely continue it and say, yeah, if it runs like this on PS5 and Series X, what would it run on PS4 and Xbox One? And the answer is probably not well. So I can understand why they canceled it. It just the performance doesn't match the what they've talked about with this game. I'm still getting Gotham Knights, but I'm not happy with them doing something like this, hiding. Yeah, yep. Hiding it. It's what they did. They tried to hide it, and it doesn't look good. Marvel's Avengers is not good, but it's alright story, and some of the characters are okay. Yeah. I think, oh, thanks, DJ Steph. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I think, you may be the very first super chat. This is the second channel. I think you guys may know that, but this is it could be the first super chat that I've ever gotten on the second channel. So thanks, buddy. Super chats are open. Obviously, just leaving a like helps these videos out quite a bit, but, I'm glad you guys are here, by the way. Just a random Saturday night, just hanging out. I love it. So thanks so much. I'm honestly curious about how this will run on PC. Yes, because of the minimum requirements being so high, makes me suspicious if the game is well optimized. I've been predicting, and I've said this a few times, I kind of predict the game's not going to run well on PC. I think there's going to be, I don't know if it'll be like Arkham Knight level, but I do think it could be a potential problem. And, that'll be, and like the thing is, like I have a lot of ideas of videos to make on this game. I don't want to cover like controversy, but boy will I. So I want to talk about the ending and the some of the finer details of the game. But if there is like if it drops on Friday and it runs like hot garbage on PC, well, that's going to be a video. So hopefully people aren't going to be too mad at me that podcast now. I'm going to have quite a few Gotham Knights videos the next 2.5, 3 weeks, and then it'll go into God of War. But yeah, I try to do different stuff. There'll be different things. But no, you guys are right. You guys are right about Marvel's, and that's why I'm not gonna put Marvel's Avengers in the same group as Saints Row. Saints Row is a horrible, horrible game. There are some people that like it. I don't get it at all, but that's fine. And but Marvel's Avengers is definitely better than that. And there are some positives for sure. It's just the kind of game they wanted Avengers to be, they didn't kind of build it for that. That's the biggest issue with Marvel's Avengers. So, but at the same time, I do think Gotham Knights looks better than. Does that make sense? I don't think Avengers is like the worst thing ever created. I'm not gonna stretch it that far. But I'm not even gonna put it close to Gotham Knights. I think Gotham Knights is gonna be a lot better than that. But we'll see. We only have a couple days left. Thank you guys though for being here. Hit the like button to see new people coming in. So thank you for being here. Let's spread the video out. Avengers had a decent campaign. Just thought the loot system was crap, and the endgame the endgame stuff was not great. But the gameplay for Avengers was not good. It was. I made a huge mistake pre-ordering Gotham Knights. That's why I don't pre-order. I haven't pre-ordered, and I guess up until now I haven't pre-ordered, and I still won't until the game comes out. I don't even want to imagine it. Happy to be here, Alex. It's always fun to talk about. Yeah, thank you. Saints Row is a disgrace to gaming. It is. Yeah, it is. They just didn't know what they wanted to do with Avengers. Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. It's I think Avengers is definitely a below average game, but I don't think it's like atrocious. I just think at some point they decided what it was going to be, and then they didn't really build the game to be that. They didn't build it to be a live service game, which is what it is. They didn't build it for that. And then it didn't succeed to their credit, or like, to give them some credit, even though it's really not. It didn't succeed at launch. It didn't sell well, and then most of the team moved off of it. So like, even if they wanted to rebound from the game, they didn't have as many workers working on it as they did when the game was, leading in. So they couldn't even fix it after, right? Does that make sense? So, and that could happen here. That could happen here for Gotham Knights, because there are two teams. Second team is working. We don't know what's going to go on with this first team when they're done. Do they work? Do they go to DLC? Do they go to do they help the second team? Do they make a brand new game? Like, what do they do? So yeah, if the game really fails at launch, maybe they move them completely off of it. I don't know. After Gotham Knights, I'll be doing Sonic Frontiers. Yeah. Sonic continues to just not look anything above average to me. It just kind of screams like there's going to be some really good here, and then there's going to be some really bad. That's what it's always screamed to me. And so I hope I'm wrong. And it releasing a day before God of War does not help, right? Because even I do like Sonic, but even if I loved Sonic, God of War kind of takes me away from it. So I don't know. What's the leveling for Gotham Knights? Like, what do you mean? Pizza. I like how you changed your name. I don't know what you mean for that though, buddy. 100%. I miss the old games. I'm never pre-ordering again. Yeah. I mean, and I don't tell people what to do. I try my absolute best to tell you, to not tell you what to do, but I don't pre-order. I pre-order a game like the night before it comes out. So if I were other people, would I also do that? Yes. I'd implore people to do it, but you spend your money how you want to spend it. But pre-ordering is just, it's not a great thing for the industry. It's really helped the industry get as bad as it has become. Obviously, there was worse pre-order practices back in the day than there are now, but it's still pretty bad. Do you think that the news of Gotham Knights would have been better if they also said they'd be doing the... Yes. Yep. Yeah, James. I said... you maybe just came in. I said that. That's... that's a part of it, is if this game simply also released on last gen and this stuff came out, even though it looks bad or whatever, it would not get crushed at all. I really think people wouldn't do it, because one of the main arguments is simply like people believe in whether or not it's true, whether or not this is true. People now believe more than ever, because of this performance stuff, that the game should be able to run on PS4 and Xbox One. Now, maybe it can't, and maybe it would run even worse on those. You know what I mean? So that's possible. But that narrative has really jumped out because of this. If it just released on them and they didn't cancel them, I don't think people would care what the frames per second is. I don't really care now, as it is. I only care how it is. So yeah. So you truly know what the leveling system is from all the demos from YouTubers? What's the system? You just level up by doing things. You level up, you get your skills. The enemies level up with you. If you swap to a different knight, like a different Gotham Knight at night, and they're starting from scratch, they are leveled up with you, so they keep the same level. And then you put all the stuff, like they'll have, like, say, 10 ability points that you can put into their skill tree. But yeah, I mean, we know this we know this stuff. We know how it's gonna work. I'm such an idiot. This game better at least be decent. No, look. People are hyped. People are excited. People get excited about games, and people want to play games. So the fact that you put a pre-order down, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. You pre-order movie tickets anytime you buy it. You know what I mean? So it's don't beat yourself up too bad. And Gotham Knights is not guaranteed to be awful. I don't want to come across the wrong way. I still think this. I think I said this in the video. I really don't think much changed, for how people view this game. I think this game is going to get the same kind of, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I don't really think much has changed. I don't think the 30 frames per second is going to change much. Hello, I just found your channel. Definitely going to subscribe. Thanks, man. Destin Z. I appreciate it. This is my second channel. I don't want to overload you, but I'm going to do it anyway. This is my second YouTube channel. I have can I pat my own back if I'm comparing my smaller channel to my bigger channel? I have a much bigger YouTube channel just called Podcast Now, and I run both of them. I'm the owner and the co-owner to myself and all that stuff. But no, I'm just kidding. Thanks for being here. And like I said, I appreciate, good crowd for the second channel and random Saturday night. You guys rock. If there's anything else you want to talk about, guys, besides, make sure you leave a like, number one. If there's anything else you want to talk about besides Gotham Knights and Bayonetta, we can do it. I know in the title I wrote Scorn is weird. I played a little bit of it yesterday, so if you want me to talk about Scorn, just let me know. Just, I'll let go of the leash and I'll just talk about Scorn all day. You might have already made a video about this, but do you still think there's hope for a PlayStation Showcase this year? Yeah, I think it's crazy. Yeah, so that's a good question. I did it on the main channel this past week, I believe, on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. And so to not to quote it, but my answer from that would be I'd be shocked and I'd be really disappointed if they skipped this year. I think there's so much they could do, and the fact, the idea that it's very possible they do skip this year is nuts to me, because I don't understand why they would let that happen. I think there's so much they could show. So I still think we could get one. I'm starting to think more and more, though, they'll do a state of play for PSVR 2. It'll be like a 20, 30, 40-minute show, and it'll just be for PSVR 2. So that's what I think is going to happen. And I don't want to say it's like the best of both worlds, because it's not. Because you don't get the other world from it. You only get one. But at least you get something. At least you get a presentation. It's just for VR. You know what I mean? DJ Style, thank you. Again, save your money. I know you're looking forward to Plague Tale. I was wondering, how do you think Amicia and Hugo will grow as characters from the first game? All right, I'll let you guys. I think I'm allowed to say this because I have the game. They gave me it as a review code, and I got it a while ago. So I've beaten it, and the review goes up when I don't want to say the date or time because it's under embargo, but I have played the game. I beat it. It's my game of the year. I'll say that. So yeah, I will. So I'm not. This sucks because $10. I really appreciate your $10. Thanks. But I don't want to answer that question because I know how they grow. In fact, I know how it ends. So yeah. And just so you guys know, I didn't get the code because of this channel. I got the code because of my much big. I don't want people saying, "Oh my God, they gave a code to a 5,000 subscriber channel." No, I think it was the main channel is what got me the code. So, yeah. Well, lucky, yeah. Well, Philip, there is a sense of luck to it, but not to stroke my own ego that I like to do so often. But to be fair, my channel's grown. I've covered Plague Tale. I love the first game. I love Innocence so much, and no, I mean, I think I'm getting closer to 100K. I don't expect games for free, but I look at it as partial luck, but also I'm getting in that territory where it's not uncommon to give someone like me codes. I've gotten other codes before. I'll tell you this, right now, I do not have a code for Gotham Knights. So they didn't give me it for Gotham Knights. We'll see if maybe they do it this week. But yeah. So, all right, enough about flexing. So So basically everything will be the same level as you level enemies in the other Knights. I like that. Yeah. But we've known that for months. Marvel's Avengers was okay. I had fun. Black Widow was my favorite character. I liked Iron Man to an extent, but I also didn't. I do feel for Helena Taylor, but something about this whole situation seems off. I mean, they replaced her with Jennifer Hale. Yes, Sean. Yeah. So that's I don't know, Sean. I don't know if you watched my main channel video, but I said that was the first thing I said. I want to believe her. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of lying that goes on the internet. I'm sure there's a lot of lying that goes on from people in the industry, you know what I mean, like making up stories. I really want to believe her. I don't see why you would do something like this to put you in the crossfire of Nintendo if it didn't actually happen. But yeah, you replace her with most likely the most expensive female voice in the gaming industry. The most expensive. I don't really know. I mean, yeah, celebrities, like if you get, you know, somebody, a celebrity to voice a character, that would probably be more. But to go from her to then Jennifer Hale, who I assume is more than $4,000, she's probably a lot more than that, why would they have done that? My only guess is that Helena Taylor said, screw you, I'm out. And then they said, oh no, like we need another person. And now they really need, because they lost the voice of Bayonetta. So now they're looking around and saying, all right, we need a new voice. And you're not going to get a new voice for $4,000. You know what I mean? So they maybe said, oh shoot, we need to increase the price. And they didn't do it with Helena, or she told them like, you know what, I'm disgusted by this offer. Don't even come back. Like say you offer me $15,000 tomorrow. I don't even want to hear it. And I assume that's probably what happened. I've never known that Jennifer Hale is like a bad person, but I really want to know her story. Like, I'm not demanding to see her income because that's kind of weird, but you know, if she's willing to share, you know, how much she got paid for it, which she probably wouldn't, but I'm very interested to know how much she got paid. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, and we'll see if she's lying. I really don't want to believe she's lying. Because then I made a video on it, so now I look stupid because I fell for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really hope she isn't lying. But I don't know why you would lie about something. I mean, to lie about something like this, if Nintendo catches you, oh, you're done. So yeah. People thought Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be trash in 21, and then ended up being a sleeper hit. Exactly. And I've used that comparison for Gotham Knights quite often, so I think it's possible. I've never dropped that. So, yeah. I'm excited for Rocksteady Suicide Squad. Same. I'm excited for Black Adam. Yeah, I got my tickets. I'm going to go. They're showing one at, I think, 3 p.m. I'm going the Thursday, and I'm going at, like, 3 in the afternoon. So, it's not even at night. I'm going the earlier show. So, I'll be home. I'll be able to make a video. I'll put it. I'm probably going to do a review for Black Adam here on this channel on Friday morning. Right away, Friday morning. Because I'll just do it Thursday night. So that's kind of my plan for Black Adam. I'm pumped. And I won't spoil it, but I think we all kind of know that it has been spoiled about the after credits scene. So I'm very excited about that. Very excited. And so is my wife. What games are you most excited for in the coming months? Ooh, good question. All right, so let's go through them. Okay, can I cheat and say So like Plague Tale is gonna be out, but I already know, so it's very good. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Ghostbusters: Spirits Unleashed, which comes out also on Tuesday from Ilphonic, the makers. I'm like itching everywhere. Which comes out. Ilphonic, makers of Predator, Hunting Grounds. So that comes out Tuesday. Mario Rabbids is Wednesday. I want it. I think I'm going to skip it just for like a couple months and buy it later. Friday is obviously Gotham Knights. I'm pumped. Kind of. New Tales from the Borderlands. I want to see how awful it is because I do think it's going to be awful. And, okay, then you go to the weekend. DJ Steph, stop, good sir. I guess I shouldn't tell people to stop giving me money, right? If I'm going to be selfish about this, I need to go all the way in. Let me finish the games I'm anticipating. I'll read his super chat here. And then, so the week after that is Bayonetta, Call of Duty, and the Resident Evil DLC. The Resident Evil DLC is the one I'm looking forward to. COD, I skip. Bayonetta, I'm now going to skip. And then you go into November. Sonic, Frontiers, kind of excited. God of War Ragnarok, very excited. I'm getting the Pokemon games, both of them, for my wife and daughter. And then there's The Devil in Me, excited for that. And then at the beginning of December, there's Midnight Suns and Callisto Protocol. I'm getting both of those. And then the 13th, I think, or 15th, is Crisis Core, the remaster, and High on Life. High on Life is kind of a take it or not take it or leave it. Is that the word? Nah, I don't really think that's I don't think that's what I want to say. I don't care too much about it, but it's free on Game Pass, so why not? The Crisis Core remaster, I am pumped for. So yeah, I think that's like 10 games. I mean, there's a lot still to come. It's kind of nuts, to be honest with you. And then in January, you got Forspoken and Dead Space, and then you go into Hogwarts, and I mean, it doesn't stop. Now my channel likes it. My income will like it. So Gotham Knights, I don't know if you heard, I'm pretty sure they said when the game was still coming out last gen, there was going to be 2 different versions between last gen and next gen. Ooh, I don't know if you heard, I'm pretty sure. So you're saying they kind of talked about how they would be different from each other when the games were both supposed to come out? I didn't know that. I don't think I ever heard that. 2 different versions between last gen and next gen. Yeah, that doesn't surprise. I mean, the game, to be honest, the game kind of does scream that if it did come out on last gen, it would be one of those games where they have to do like a press release and say like, there's going to be different things in the one version versus the other. And that never looks good. And very rarely, I mean, it does happen. Games do it, but it doesn't happen all that often. Gotham Knights would be one of those examples where that would happen. I'm not surprised Scorn is a weird game. Yeah, so can I go off? I mean, if I see the numbers plummet, I'll stop talking about Scorn. But can I talk about Scorn just for a second? Scorn is weird. Scorn is a weird game. I'll be honest, I watched some reviews of it, and, like, I really don't like it. And the way I look at it is Scorn, I don't know if you guys know this game. Shame on you if you don't. I'm just kidding. But it's called The Witness. If you guys know The Witness is. That's a great game, in my opinion. I really love that game. That game is what Scorn is trying to be, but it's not. Scorn is not The Witness. It reminds me of The Witness, but it's nowhere near as good. Scorn, the thing that stands out, obviously, is the grotesque, the noises, the squeezing, the sliminess kind of stuff. That's what makes Scorn unique. Is it good? Yeah, that part of it's fine. But the little combat that's in that game is weird. The not explaining anything and just kind of letting you go off is not great, like at all. So I'm not thrilled with that. And I respect games that kind of like drop you in the game and say, just go, like go hang out and find, do whatever. I like those. In fact, that is what The Witness does anyway. But Scorn I don't know. Scorn's very off-putting to me. I played it about 56. I played about an hour, I'd say, last night. And I don't know. I wanted to play it again today, but as the day's gone on, like I have less and less of a drive to do it. Does that make sense? So I don't know. I may honestly stop. I think I'll finish Scorn. I want to finish Scorn, but I feel no big rush. And once Tuesday comes out, I'm gonna be playing Ghostbusters like every night. I'm gonna be hunting those ghosts. And then when Gotham Knights comes out, I'll be in that world for a while, and that goes to what I just said about all the games coming out. So if I can't beat Scorn by Monday, it's gonna get skipped by me. I'm gonna skip over it. So, yeah. Thank you for letting me go on my rant. Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything positive or negative. So I just went. Congrats, man. You've been working hard. Thanks, buddy. You do deserve it, Alex, and love the first game. I still need to beat it. Thanks, man. Yeah, the Innocence is good. And honestly, I forgot what Innocence looked like. Like, I watched the trailer for Innocence when I was putting together the review for Requiem, and the jump in graphics, it's nuts how much better Requiem is. I didn't realize that until I rewatched the trailer for Innocence, and I was like, wow. It doesn't look bad, but it's like Requiem is so much better. So, yeah. Who will you main in Gotham Knights? Batgirl. Batgirl. So I'm excited to main her. If I get the game like the night of, I'll probably switch, do a couple missions with. Well, see, but maining does mean you mainly play as her. I'll probably like overall play as her, but I will jump in and play the other 3 of them. So yeah. Your growth's been crazy, man. I first found your channel when you were making Kingdom Hearts 3 videos once. Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 3 honestly feels like a distant memory. That's I think a quote from Kingdom Hearts anyway. It does feel like a distant memory. And I can't wait to make more, by the way, Kingdom Hearts stuff. I'm waiting for, obviously, 4 to get more heated. But, yeah, it's been a long time. And, takes, I've said it before, like, a channel like mine, it takes a while to grow because I do cover so many different things that people are put off. They don't subscribe as easily, or they'll unsubscribe easier. If you come in for Scream and then you see all I do is make gaming stuff, you're going to leave. If you come in just for Gotham Knights and you see I do other stuff, you're going to leave. And, that happens to everybody. But I think a variety channel like mine, it happens a lot more to. And that's the way it is. I'm not going to change how I do it. I'm not going to just do one game or one movie. I like talking about everything. I think that's what makes me me. So it just, YouTube doesn't love that. But yeah, no, you guys rock. And the last couple weeks, even on this channel, on the second channel, YouTube has just decided we're going to take it and we're just going to elevate it. Because a lot of the videos I've been making here have done insane. I actually want the main channel to do as good as this channel has done some of these days, because some of these videos I've made here have done incredible numbers. And a lot more subscribers recently on this channel. So yeah. And I think there's plenty of people on this channel that don't even know, not necessarily here in the live stream, but I'm sure people on this channel that don't know that I have podcasts now, that this is my only channel. So I always find that kind of funny. So yeah. Jennifer is one of the best. Helena is Bayonetta. Yeah. And it's fine to say both. Like, Jennifer Hale is one of the best voice actresses. You can also say she's not Bayonetta. and I know people were saying that, and then people on Twitter were like, well, she is Bayonetta in Bayonetta 3. You know what I mean. And I actually thought like, Helena kind of going after Jennifer Hale was quite interesting as well. So yeah. Can't wait for Crisis Core. Same, me too. That's why I'm so excited for it. Number one, it looks like more than a remaster. This is one of those games that I thought was a remake until they kept saying that it was a remaster. But you have that, and then I've never played the original. Plus, I do think, I don't know, did they confirm this? Like, I'm sure the ending of Crisis Core will have a cutscene to further add to 7, the remake. So I think Crisis Core, the ending is going to be like required reading, required viewing from people, because I guarantee you they're going to add something like a final cutscene in it. And so you're going to kind of have to watch it. That's what I think. Yes, Need for Speed Unbound. Okay, so Need for Speed Unbound looks pretty good. And I think it's almost just going to be a casualty of it looks good. It doesn't, like, I don't love it. Like, I'm not, like, thinking about it every second. But it definitely does not look bad. It definitely looks good. The issue is that date, because it releases the same day as Callisto Protocol, which is a must for me. And then Midnight Suns, which I'm one of the very few that actually like that game, how it looks so far. So the issue with Need for Speed is I am looking to get into the franchise, and this could be a good time to do it. Just that release date, man, is tough. It could be like a Bayonetta, though, where maybe I let it go. Maybe I pick it up later. I'm sure it'll be on sale in a few months after it comes out. Like, Bayonetta will not go on sale. Mario Rabbids will not go on sale either. Like, waiting on those two games, I'm going to have to buy at full price whenever I get it. It just won't be at launch. So, yeah. I may have to do that for Need for Speed, because that's a notable game. Detective Archives rank. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice, man. Did you see I think I made it here, right? I made a video on that here. I'm so pumped for that game. I'm so pumped for... I just call it Rain Code because I think it's just easy. Isn't it like Master Detective Series or whatever they call it? But no, that Rain Code game looks incredible. I actually have the bears, Monokuma and Monami, right above me up there. I have the... my wife got them. So, I cannot wait. What's Crisis Core? Crisis Core is a game that came out a long time ago, and it's coming out again. It stars Zack, who you may know in Final Fantasy, and like I said, it's going to be required, I think, reading. It's definitely going to be required to play if you haven't yet, like myself, to get ready for, is it Rebirth? Is that what they're calling 7 Part 2? I guess it'd be similar to NBA 2K games. It was locked only on PS. Okay, yeah, you guys are explaining it. Yeah. I don't like how it seemed that Helena Taylor was throwing shade. Yeah, I think that was in poor taste, saying that she'll never be Bayonetta. So, man, yeah, I get it. I get that. Like, there's a part of me that really likes that kind of fire that she actually said it, because I think that's a very rare thing to say, because in a way that is true. Like, it is true that if she is, and I don't know if she actually is, but if she's calling herself like Bayonetta, I can understand the person that created that character. I mean, it's her voice, but she really created the personality too, or at least part of it. I can understand that person saying, like, hey, anybody who does that voice down the line will never be that character. It does come off very mean and very possessive like, but I kind of like it. I kind of like that fight. Now, Jennifer Hale's really not done anything to deserve it, so there's that element. You know what I mean? Like, Jennifer Hale isn't parading being like, you know, the last actress is gone and buried and I'm like the new one, like me more. That didn't really happen, you know what I mean? So she didn't really deserve to have that shade kind of thrown at her. But I do like the fieriness where it's like, yeah, like, you'll never, like, I'm the character. You'll never be that character. I kind of like it. It does have that nastiness to it, though. I mean, I can see both sides. I mean, you'll get less bored than covering one game. Yeah, no, that's how I look at it, is just I can't just cover one thing. If I covered one thing, I truly would quit. If I covered one thing, I would get another job, and then I would just cover that one thing. I'd make like a couple videos a week, and I'd call it good. And who knows, maybe I'd make more money that way, you know, maybe it'd be more profitable to do that. But in terms of, like, I don't know, my happiness and what my worth is, I think, to the gaming industry, I think I'm worth more if I can cover a lot of things versus just, you know, because I can talk about A Plague Tale, I can talk about Scorn, I can do Gotham Knights, and I can make a Scream video, you know, a couple times a week. Like, I can do all that. If you limit me to just one thing, I don't think, you know, you're going to get the best talent part of me. I don't have many talents. I don't. But that is one of them, and I think you would eliminate that if you got rid of it. I agree, Alex. I like that you do more stuff. I found you through Twitter talking about Gotham Knights. Yeah. Twitter. I try to game. I try to game Twitter because Twitter likes the hashtags, and as we get close to certain things, I do tweet about those things more often. So I have tweeted a lot about Gotham Knights more than other things. But like leading into Scream, I'll talk more about Scream and God of War and, you know, so on. So, but yeah. I'd like to know that, how many people, not you guys necessarily, I mean, you can let me know, but I would like to know one day, like, how many people found my YouTube channel through Twitter, because I think most people found the opposite, found YouTube, and then I told them to go to Twitter, and they went to Twitter. But I would like to know who found me on Twitter and then said, oh, he has a channel. I don't think it'd be all that many people, to be honest with you. Do you like the leveling system for Gotham Knights? Yeah, I do. I mean, I can only speak to what we've seen. You know, it seems fine to me, but we'll know in 6 days. Yeah, a lot of games coming out this year. Decisions. I know, man. It's nuts. It is. It is also pretty annoying that they would all release, you know, I mean, like woe is me, like all these games coming out. I don't want to sound like that, but the fact that all these games are coming out, and I can't imagine, like, the publishers are happy that they're all releasing around the exact same time. Like, I'm sure they'd want to delay or release games early or whatever, but it's just the way that it is. But I do wish they were spread out. I really wish they were spread, because I do think it's going to hurt some games. I think to be honest with you, I do think A Plague Tale Requiem could get buried. I think it could. Now, it's on Game Pass, but I think it could honestly be hurt by the other games coming out, because I just don't think it has that following that other... Now, I have a couple videos planned. I'm going to try to help that game out as much as I can. I got more than just a review coming, so I'll do my best. But, you know what I mean? But I think Ghostbusters, I think, will get buried. New Tales from the Borderlands will definitely get buried. I don't even think people know that game exists. Sonic, I don't think Sonic will really get buried because of God. Sonic will probably do what it does based off its performance. I don't necessarily think God of War is going to hurt a game like Sonic. The Devil in Me may suffer from it. One of Callisto Protocol, Need for Speed, or Midnight Suns, one of those three could actually be hurt by it, right? Because they all release the same day. And yeah, I mean, they're different audiences, but there are some people that would buy all three, and they're not going to because, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to buy 2 of the 3. That's more than a lot of people. I mean, go back to when I was a teenager, I'd buy none of the 3. I'd get one of them for Christmas or something, you know what I mean? You know, life changes and stuff like that. So me getting 2 of them the day it comes out is pretty rare. I don't think there's going to be many people that buy, you know, 2 or 3 games on the same day. That's kind of nuts. So, yeah. Alex, I apologize. I was watching the Tennessee and Alabama game. No, it's okay. It is Saturday, college football, right? I only watch my Bills. I only watch the Buffalo Bills play, which I'll be doing tomorrow. But but I can understand that. Maybe I should have planned it better. Well, like I said, I just went off the cusp. I told my wife, I said, I need a video. I'm probably just going to live stream. And it was worth it because you guys rock. We'll go a little bit longer. So, yeah. What do you guys think will be Game of the Year 2022 nominees besides Elden Ring and God of War? Yeah, those 2. Yeah, I don't know. Those 2, honestly, man, I don't want to keep going back to it. So it'll be, Plague Tale. I really hope Plague Tale people think like I do, and I do think Plague Tale is an amazing game. I do. Horizon Forbidden West, I personally really, really liked. Could it beat Elden Ring, God of War? No. But is it in the conversation? Yeah, probably. Same thing most likely for Plague Tale. You know what I mean? I think that could do it. At this point, Gotham Knights, there's no way. I mean, Callisto Protocol, if it makes that cutoff, I don't know if it comes out too late to be considered for Jeff Keighley's thing. YouTube needs to stop punishing variety content channels. Yeah, I mean, I wish they'd stop. I mean, I get it. I get it to a sense. I mean, I do think people like you guys, the audience, I do, and like I'm an audience too because I watch YouTube videos all the time. Like I'm always on YouTube, literally from morning to night. I go on quite frequently, and I watch lots of other channels. So I'm a watcher too. I think YouTube like really discounts the fact that people have more than one interest. And I do understand that sometimes people view a channel for one thing. So you may go to a channel and say, well, I really only kind of respect your opinion on this. If you talk about anything else, I don't really care. There are people that think that, and there's plenty of them. But I also think there's plenty of people that would accept channels that cover lots of different things. But YouTube, right, the YouTube gods, they're like, no, channels can only cover one thing. So if you watched Alex's Hogwarts stuff, that's all you'll ever see. I mean, he makes more than just Hogwarts video, but we know you like Hogwarts, so we're just going to show you the Hogwarts stuff and nothing else. And it's like, well, what if they like Gotham Knights? What if they like Scream? What if they like Plague Tale? What if they like God of War? There's other things they could, you know what I mean? And that's what happens. I truly believe that. I don't have a major issue with the algorithm, but still, I do. I'll take on the algorithm. DJ Steph, my God, man, you're making the live stream more. I mean, I could have just had you as a viewer if we're being real, right? No, I appreciate it so much, buddy. Hey, Alex, was wondering if you're gonna do another video of VG Fight School. Yes, I'm a fan of his as well, and it'd be cool to see. Yeah. Same thing. Same with Andy. So Andy and I'll give you some behind the scenes. Andy and I talked quite a bit after the stream yesterday, and him and I are going to do a lot of stuff in the future. So if you like Andy for Hogwarts, if you like Andy just for Andy, we talk, and so we're going to do some pretty cool stuff on both the channels in the future. So that's fun. And then, yes, for VG Fight School, I've been talking to him. I've been talking to I Am Life of Dreads, and I want to get his name right, and I feel really bad because I talk to him a lot. I don't know how you necessarily say his name. Pablo Chacon. I don't know how you say his last name. Chacon. But he goes by like, what did you want to say? Like $S raised to the Y, Casanova. He does Gotham Knights. He does more than just Gotham Knights. He does a lot of threads on Twitter, and he does a really, really good job. I've been talking to him a lot for more than just Gotham Knights, so I'm trying to like compile a little Gotham Knights group. But yes, so my plan is I want to try. My thought is when the review scores go live, if I'm not participating in the review scores, like if I don't get a code and the review scores go live, I'd like to do a video on it, and then I'd also like to do a live stream talking about it. And if I do any Gotham Knights live streams this upcoming week and they're kind of casual, I want to try to invite some of them. So if VG Fight School can come on, he's welcome. If any of them want to come on, they can, you know what I mean? So that's kind of my plan. I want to get all of them on, but is it VG? I mean, VG Fight School, I think, has children, or at least one kid, so I know he's kind of busy. I Am Life of Dreads is British, I believe, right? So the timetable is just totally different. So there's just a lot of like scheduling things. But yeah, no, I'm looking. Those three, those are my main three. Really, I'll be honest, those are the only three that I'm gonna do anything with in that kind of realm. But VG Fight School, I Am Life of Dread, and Pablo, is that, if that's his name. I'll do that. So yeah. Let's see. How do you feel about Evil West? Oh yeah. Oh my God. I'm so excited for it. I forgot the game existed. Nope, that's a game. End of November, right? The 22nd. I do know my stuff. I think it's like the 22nd. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm gonna get that for sure. So thanks for reminding me, because I am gonna play it. A lot of games have been dropping, still haven't gotten to Xenoblade 3. Yeah, I've thought about Xenoblade, and I mean, like next summer, if there's like a month where there's nothing, I may, get it. Because that game would take like 100 hours. So if I don't have 100, that's truly where I'm at with that game, to be honest. If I don't have 100 hours, it's not worth me buying it. It's not even worth me buying it to then wait for 100 hours. I just need to wait until I can have time for 100 hours, and then I'll buy the game like that day. So yeah. Evil West looks cool. I'll check it out if it comes to Game Pass. Yeah. It looks really different. I like the colors. I like the action. Like, I like the combat style that they're going for. It looks really good. I think it's, $40? I mean, it's not full price, but, But, yeah. If you need a college come on to the Vols fandom football talk over, I'll have to, I don't know. I like sports. I watch the Bills, like I said, but hockey is my thing. I love the NHL. I watch the Buffalo Sabres are like my team, but I'll watch other games too. Football, I really only I'll watch highlights of the other football games, but I really only watch the Bills. For hockey, I can watch any hockey game, but I specifically, love the Sabres. So, well, I also don't just watch for the news and coverage. I watch for you as well. You bring a great personality to it. Well, thank you. Yeah, and that's a part of it. No, you're right. That's something I honestly kind of forget. I don't even give myself that kind of credit. Yeah, there are, some of the channels that I go to is like, yeah, you like kind of how the person talks. And so maybe if they don't say something, if they say something you don't like, you can still kind of tolerate them because it's, it's them, and you generally know how they are. So that's definitely a big part of it too. Sometimes personalities I don't think my personality is the driving force behind the channels. It's part of it, but it's not like the thing. But there are channels where the person is the channel, where the personality is the channel, and there's nothing wrong with either. Both ways work. VG Fight School, that's how I find you, Al. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Nice, man. Yeah, VG Fight School. Well, you want to know the thing with him is I've known of him for a long time, and he's smaller, you know what I mean? So he messaged me over a year ago, and he asked to do a collaboration, and I was like, yeah, and he's like, all right, I'll get back to you for like dates and times, and he never messaged. He never. So, and I didn't hold it against him or anything. I just figured he was busy, or honestly, I don't even think I knew his age. Like, he's older than me. I didn't know his age. I thought he was like more like late high school or something. And and then he came back a year later. I think I contacted him this time. Pretty sure I reached out to him, and we started talking. And then I told him that I was like, you messaged me a year ago, and you never answered to come back. But then we did the collab, and you guys seemed to really like it, and I thought it did really well. So I'm really happy with how that went. And he's welcome on anytime. And I hope to have. I want them all on again. So if I can't get them on this week, I mean, I'll try to get them on another time. I haven't really asked around. I don't know how many of them are getting it on PS5. If some of them are getting it on PS5, I mean, we can play together if they want. So we'll see what happens. Let me get these 2 super chats because you guys freaking rock. October 2022 video games try not to have a major controversy challenge. Yeah. Thanks, by the way, Pepper Sprayer. Appreciate it, man. No, you're right. This has been a bad month for games, for these controversies. I think every month has, a couple here and there. This one's having them like just every single day. Every day there's a new controversy that's happening. But it's been rough. I guess that's what happens when games are actually coming out, right? We've had so many months or even years now of games not coming out that then when games do come out, we forgot that there can be controversy with them. So, did you hear about the Gotham Knights Discord? It was a huge mess. Was it? I know the Discord exploded negatively because of the 30 frames per second. So if that's what you're talking about, then yes, I did see that. And honestly, I do not blame them. Yeah. Now, okay, and that's a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that. And harassing devs and mods. Okay, obviously that's not okay, right? Just to throw that in there. Again, not to preach. I don't want to come off cringe or anything, but no, and look, I've said it 1,000 times on both these channels. I'm a big advocate for speaking your mind. If you have a problem, just say it. I don't think hiding is the right thing. Saying it respectfully. And but not attacking and stuff like that. And so I'm big into that. But yeah, of course you're gonna have those people that take it a step over and go after. This is the devs' fault because they're the ones making the game. I mean, if it was a lack of skill or talent or resources, or now if it was resources, maybe it's not their fault. But you can think of a couple different ways that this is directly the developer's fault. So they do deserve criticism, but they don't deserve whatever people could be saying. You know what I mean? And that's important. It's important to remember that. Yeah, Evil West, Philip. Just watch, there's like some gameplay videos of Evil West that are definitely easy to kind of tell what the game is. So, I don't know how I'm going to play The Devil in Me, Evil West, and God of War back to back. No, yeah. And it's not even in that order. It's God of War, and then you have a little time, so maybe you can do it. You got God of War, and then you have The Devil in Me, and then I think 4 or 5 days later is Evil West. So that now the thing is though, The Devil in Me should be like a 5, 6, 7. No, they said it. It's gonna be a little bit longer. I think The Devil in Me is gonna be like 7 or 8 hours. So like 2 days. If you really play it, you could probably beat it 2 days and then play Evil West right after. So honestly, there shouldn't be that big. Now, like there's life. Everybody has life that gets in the way as well. That darn normal life things. So I get that. But if you're just playing games for a living for the next month, you should be able to do it. You just got to get that pesky, normal living life. Just kick it in the butt, and get it out of there. The Predators are my team for hockey. I've always liked Nashville. I always liked Pecorine. I liked them back when they had Suter and Weber as defense. I can go back. I like talking hockey, but no, I've always liked Nashville quite a bit. They're not like, my second or third favorite. I've always liked Montreal and St. Louis for whatever reason. Mainly because of the goalies like Halak and Carey Price. But, yeah, the Predators are sweet. I love their uniform is great. And Buffalo beat them good last year during a very special moment. So I'm very I'm happy my team beat your team. Every game I'm playing currently is getting dropped. Well, yeah, same. If I'm playing a game when Ragnarok comes out, that game, even if I'm doing it early, like if I get games early, if I obtain Ragnarok when playing another game, sorry, that game is done. Like it's going to be put aside for a while. So, do you take part in NHL games? Yes. So I've honestly dropped out of them more recently, but I played NHL 10 through 21 every year massively. Like low end years would be like 40, 50, 60 hours I'd put in. Higher years would be like 100 plus hours. As the last couple years have gone on, NHL 22, I got late and I didn't play it much, and then I didn't get 23 yet. So, but I do have 22. So I've bought every NHL game from 10 to 22, and I'll probably get 23 just to keep it going. And they are the best sports game. I think they actually do get better each year, slightly and more than others. But they really still have the same. The NHL games are just like Madden and FIFA, where they don't improve enough year over year to warrant buying it. So, gotta beat that as quick as possible. Before people start spoiling. Yeah, God of War is gonna be tough to avoid. So you just gotta put your head down, play that game, beat the game, and avoid. I'll take the hits. I'll probably see the spoilers, to be honest, but. Someone spoiled Stray for me a while back. Oh, that sucks. And Stray has a pretty underrated. I don't know. Is underrated probably the right term? I don't think people really talk about the story of Stray. Stray is like a pretty solid story and kind of emotional, at the end. So yeah, that would kind of suck knowing that. Will you ever do a collab video with K-Wing Reviews? Yeah, we've talked. I just think is so busy that it's hard. Like that's really the only reason. Him and I have both talked. We follow each other, and he is just the grind that K-Wing does. Is it Luke? That's his name in real life, right? The amount of stuff that he does is nuts, and like the grind he has is nuts. So I respect the heck out of that guy. And but he wakes up and he does like 5 streams and then he goes to bed. There's really no time for him to collab with anybody. You know what I mean? And again, I respect the guy for his hustle, but so anytime we can, we will, but it hasn't happened yet. And I wouldn't expect it. But it could happen. Definitely Black Adam was also spoiled for me as well. I still want to go, but at the same time, I don't know. I've been collecting AMC Popcorn Bug. Oh, yeah. Was it spoiled for you because of the very, very end thing? Because I know it too. I don't really, but unless you mean the story. Like, I don't actually know how Black Adam ends, like the actual base movie. But I do know the thing afterwards. Ragnarok is going to be insane. Oh, it will. Gotham Knights, it seems like 40 to 41. That was on X. I think on Xbox it was 40. Oh God, was it 43? Or it could have been 41. I mean, you could be right on the money, DJ. I think it was 41 or 43. Guess the Witcher 3 next gen update. I've said I really think it's coming out like the middle of December. Like I think it's coming out at the very end of this year, and they've been very persistent on that, and that's exactly what I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna release it. Let me look at the calendar. Let me look so I can get like Tuesdays and Thursdays and stuff. Okay, so the 13th I believe is Crisis Core and High on Life. 15th is a Thursday. 16th is a Friday. Maybe the 15th or 16th, probably, of December. I think the Witcher 3's update will be that week, the 12th through the 16th. It'll be that week, for that. So that would be kind of nuts. And honestly, I just beat it because I played through. I put in like 90 hours. 90? Does that sound too much? I think I put quite a bit of hours, maybe 75. Why do I get 75 mixed up with 90? I'd have to check. I put a lot of hours into The Witcher 3 last summer. A lot of hours, and I beat it, and I beat the DLCs. My wife really likes it, so she'll play when the update comes out. She'll play the update, so that should be, and I'll watch, and that should be fun. Man, DJ just needs to sponsor the channel. Yeah, DJ, You know what you've now done is you've made this channel more profitable today easily than my main channel. So I appreciate you saying, hey, this channel kind of sucks. It's kind of on the lower end. We need to move it up so it's actually more profitable and better than the other channel. But no, I'll take super chats on either channel. I really could care less. It all makes its way into the AdSense. So no, I appreciate it. I'm just joking. No, you guys rock. And specifically DJ, I got to be honest. You know what I mean? Got to be honest. Should I end it here? Or, I mean, like, DJ, are you going to do any more? I don't want to end it if there's more coming. No, I'm just kidding. I think we'll end. Yeah, let's. Guess I spoiled the big end credit scene. I believe the Rock and Rollers. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. I thought you meant the actual like the story ending, because I don't know what the story ending is. But I do know that. I don't think that. I mean, like, would I have liked to go into the theaters and seen that, like, without knowing? Yes, that would have been insane. But I don't think that takes away from the rest, you know what I mean? The rest of the movie, the main movie. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it'll be like it'll be like a fun movie. I don't think it's going to be, like, incredible, but I don't think it's going to be bad. Like, I'm honestly just going in, let's have a good time. I like The Rock, so, like, let's see this anti-hero movie, he always talks about. I'm not expecting much, to be honest with you. Just give me a fun kind of time. Yeah, I know very little about. I don't know the characters. I know Black Adam, but I really don't know Pierce Brosnan. His character. I don't know any of them. Yeah, shout out. Well, let's thank DJ specifically, because no, I really do appreciate DJ. Thank you, and thank all of you. I mean, we had other super chats too. Did you enjoy Unravel 1 and 2? Yes, I loved those games quite a bit. And I think there'll be a third, to be honest with you. So, yeah, but those games are great. EA's got a way of doing it with those indies, with A Way Out, and then It Takes Two. If you guys have not played It Takes Two, it is probably the best couch co-op game I've ever played in my life. It is incredible. So, Joseph Fares, he's a genius, and he knows how to make games. But EA, their indie scene is actually very good, like better than most. So I know EA is EA, and they make some stupid calls and stuff, but there's some good there. There's definitely some good there, and hopefully they turn around Dragon Age and Mass Effect, and they can come back. I mean, I want a healthy EA, like I want a good EA, because a good EA means more games that are not just coming from the first party studios. Garden Warfare, yep, those were good. Yeah, It Takes Two. Oh man. It Takes Two. It's such a diverse meaning, like, just every level is so different but so good, and just I love it. I kind of want to play it. Maybe I'll ask my wife. The only issue is you need a person to play it with. It really doesn't work. In fact, you can't play it if you don't have a partner. So it doesn't have to be a love interest. It could just be anybody. You need a second person to play that game. But yeah, that's really the only weakness, because that game is. I think that was maybe was that last year, 2021. That was probably like my third favorite game of the year. That was an incredible game. Apparently, The Rock is going to be tied to an It Takes Two film. I remember them doing every game at this point is getting a TV show or movie, right? So, yeah. Thank you, Alex, for making great content and being an awesome person. Well, thank you. Thank you specifically, Philip, and thank everybody. Yeah, well, let's end it here. Just give me a couple seconds. I know people click off, but thank you for being here. This is easily the most successful Podcast Now Plus live stream we've ever done. But no, you guys rock. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining me on this random, Saturday night. Let me know. I can try to do more in the future or whatever. But and DJ had to give one more. Okay, hold on. I gotta read these last two. Do you think Days Gone will eventually get a sequel? Even, man, I think it should. And I want to believe Sony will let them after they make the new game. So they'll make a new game, and then Sony will say, okay, you can make a Days Gone 2. I want to believe that's like the optimistic side of me, but my gut feeling is no, there will not be more Days Gone. Besides the movie that they decide to do. I think, but optimistic point of view, I want it. Pessimistic, or my gut feeling, is that they won't do it. Last thing I'll say before I end your stream, Alex, you should check out Legend of Heroes. It's my current JRPG obsession. It's a huge overarching story that spans across 12 games. Oh my god, Legend of Heroes. Okay, I'll write it down. I'll check it out. I'm gonna go try to I don't even know. Maybe I'll play Scorn. Maybe I'll just ignore it. But, okay, well, thank you all for being here, again, for supporting the stream. We got videos tomorrow on both channels. Like I said, this week is going to probably be very Gotham Knights heavy. We'll do some streams on the main channel for Gotham Knights, and I'll be playing Ghostbusters, so there'll be some Ghostbusters videos as well. And, yeah, anything that happens with Hogwarts or Scream or anything like that, but I think that's the plan. A lot of Gotham Knights content, and remember, if you guys are getting Gotham Knights, I'm going to be playing it. I'll play it with you guys, so we'll do a live stream event to do that, and go from there, okay? And I love these, just kind of random. We talk about a couple different subjects. These are my favorite streams to do. They just get the lowest viewership is the problem, but I love talking about pretty much anything. So thank you. Have a nice Saturday. Enjoy football tomorrow and all that stuff on Sunday, and see you in the videos and see you throughout the week, okay? Thanks, guys, for being here, and we'll talk on the next one.